Put your seatbelts on, it's time for another video where I just rant about a topic while putting on some random gameplay in the background, and this is also the first time I've ever played Subway Surfers, so my gameplay probably is not that great, and the site also made me think I'm gonna get a virus or whatever. But it's time for yet another summer. Every year it just comes out of nowhere despite you knowing it's coming, because you look at your calendar and you go like, wow, it's summer, wow, and it's fucking hot. And it doesn't hit you till you feel it's facts. You just sit down and do absolutely nothing, and the sweat is just pouring out of you, turning your armpits into a damp swamp, or other places too, that I don't have to say. You know which places. You know, you sit on it a lot and your gaming chair likes it probably. So you just think, what do I want to do? What can I even do? Summers make me turn into a complete zombie with no direction to go or what to do when I'm at home or outside. It just makes me want to sit or lay down and watch something that won't make my brain work and nothing else. I don't want to use my body. I just want to lay down and die. Summer is also the time where Americans and Europeans really get into a heated argument about how much an AC is really needed. And I'm gonna tell you my take about it. A good fan is all you need in life. That goes for both meanings. Ever realized how much more motivated you are when someone gives you support and makes you feel like what you're doing is great? That kind of attention can really help you to achieve your goals. I told this story once before in one of my other videos, but it fits to tell it since it happened during a summer. Once upon a time, I became pretty chubby after finishing school because I just lazed around all day, and when I realized I got fairly chubby, I tried working out, changing my diet, etc. But I always got bored after a bit. It goes well for like a week, and then you don't see those huge steps yet and get demotivated. Wow, I did this for like a whole week and it didn't change anything yet? Better stop now. It's like trying to play an instrument and giving up after you played a few notes because they sounded like poop. Sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and keep doing it. I was around 165 pounds or 75 kilograms, and yeah, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm 5'2" or 160 centimeters for Europeans. Before I became chubby, I was always around like 100 pounds or 45 kilograms. Maybe some can relate, but if you're chubby, summer is even worse than usual because you can't really hide behind your clothes. During colder weather, you can put on a jacket, and obviously a jacket is fairly thick and makes you look even bigger, but you feel kinda safe with it. Nobody can see your arms or tummy. It's like an umbrella that shields you. Sounds weird, but it just makes sense, and it makes you feel safer. But you can probably relate if you were chubby once before or still are. But you can't really wear a jacket during summer, and even some of the thin jackets make you sweat like a piggy. So the best choice is just going out in a black shirt and get it over with when you're gonna go to the store or somewhere else. But that summer I thought, no more, I've had enough, I really want to change this. And what helped me was the Wii Fit trainer, a fictional white woman who kept telling me what a good job I'm doing. Because I realized we got a second Wii a few years ago, and it came with a Wii Fit and the balance board, and I just thought, why not try this out? To be honest, I wouldn't really recommend Wii Fit to anyone who seriously wants to lose a lot of weight. It gets boring, and the only thing that made me use it for like 30 minutes a day, mostly for the yoga poses, was the motivation the Wii Fit trainer gave me, telling me I'm on a good way and that she's proud of me for shedding those kilograms. Most of the workout I did came from me using a stationary bike, which I would recommend to anyone who got enough room in their room. At first I did like 30 minutes, but then I realized, hey, I can just watch so much anime or streams while biking and even game while I am on the bike. So some days I would just do it for like 3 or 4 hours or even more. My calories were burnt to a crisp, and in around 3 months I lost 30 kilograms and went back to my original weight. And I know, it's not healthy to lose so much weight in such little time. But you know, it also helped that I stopped drinking sugary drinks and went mostly for water and sugarless soda like Pepsi Max, which you should also do if you want to lose weight. Just because if you drink a lot of soda or caffeine withdrawals are no joke though. I felt like a zombie with daily headaches, and my body did not want to move at all. But once you're through, you're through. So in the end, thank you a lot, Wii Fit trainer. I'm your biggest fan, and my motivation to have sex with a fictional character who praises me made me fulfill my goal. Sometimes that's all you need in life, a person who is there for you to tell you what a good job you're doing, even if they may not be real. Now, about the other meaning of the word fan. I recently bought a fan for the first time in my life. You know, those things that blow air at you. You know, pretty simple. It's just so amazing how such a simple thing can make your mood so much better. Normally when it's so hot, I just suffered, which is stupid. Why didn't I buy one earlier? Because I'm stupid. Now, fancy Americans will say, haha, silly Europeans. I mean, some Europeans have AC, but not everyone. We kinda lack it, because we weren't built for it. We got AC. You don't, noobs. But what I'm gonna say is that you don't need an AC. It already sounds dumb. Air conditioning or air conditioner. It's like hard words for easy. I don't even know what I don't know where I want to go with this. When I think of AC, I think of Animal Crossing, or even Assassin's Creed comes to mind before air conditioner, even though I don't even like those games. Like, I like Animal Crossing, but I don't like Assassin's Creed. I played the first one. That doesn't matter. A fan is all you need. And you know why? Because even back in ancient times, you didn't need AC. Look at the Egyptians. They built the pyramids, obviously with the help of slavery, which is not so cool, but still, they could build stuff like that and didn't build any ACs. Why? Because all they needed was just a good fan. Their fans didn't use electricity, they used those giant leaf thingies to blow some cold air right at the Egyptian goddesses. I wish I could have served the hot Egyptian goddess though too, you know. But anyways, it makes you feel cooler, you know, that you don't need this need for some fancy electricity. Sometimes little electricity, like a fan, is way cooler. The sound of a fan, the look of a fan, the feeling of a fan, they are shaped more like friends than ACs are. And an important thing that many people may forget. For example, you wake up in the morning and left your fan on over the night because otherwise you couldn't have fell asleep because it's too hot. Now, you see this big thing standing beside your bed and think, hey, thanks buddy, you really helped me out tonight. It feels like having a gay lover that's always there for you. Or maybe you can also pretend it's a woman if you're straight. Or maybe you just think of it as non-binary. The possibilities with objects are limitless, especially with fans. And they come in all shapes and sizes. If you don't want to have a big one, just get a small one for the desk. Maybe get an even smaller one that you can carry in your hand for on the way to work. You can't carry an AC with you, right? Another checkmate moment. You know, AC lovers, you're checkmated. Think about that. And it's way more fun to just push your face right up to the fan too, really feeling the cold air on your skin. Almost on the same level as taking a super cold shower. But you know what hacks me off? When you take a cold shower and the water turns warm. How does it even happen? I think we all have had warm showers before that turned cold for a bit suddenly, and I get it. Maybe it didn't get all the water heated fast enough. You know, warm water turning into cold water, I get it. I'm not going to complain. I actually am going to complain about it too, but not as much as what I'm going to complain about now. But how can it happen that the cold water turns warm even though I'm not changing anything? We can literally send people to the fucking moon or send robots to Mars and build nukes that can kill millions of people, but we can't make sure that cold water stays cold? It's a freaking joke. I also hate the feeling of being sweaty without doing anything for it. When I sweat during working out, it feels amazing and part of the experience when you work out. But when you just sit around doing nothing and you get wet, it feels so lame. Somehow also makes me want to get a buzz cut because having wet hair when you get extremely sweaty feels not so good. And it's a bit annoying using a fan with longer hair sometimes when it makes your hair fly everywhere or a single strain of hair just flies around in your face and it makes me want to woof like a dog and bark at my fan. Maybe I'm not a furry though. Despite that, I will never ever get a super duper short haircut ever again though. I had one as a kid and one time another kid told me, or they asked me, why is your forehead so big? And it made me think, oh. You know, it made me so self-insecure about it that I just started only having long hair to hide my forehead. And I measured my forehead nowadays and it's a pretty normal forehead. It's not that big. But that kid wounded my self-confidence for the rest of my life. But summer also has some good sides, like ice cream tastes even better when you eat it when it's hot outside. Sadly, I'm lactose intolerant nowadays and there's somehow still ice cream stands or restaurants that don't sell vegetarian ice cream, which is sad. And even in stores, it's still pretty normal to only have normal ice cream. to sell. It's okay to have it every once in a while though, you know, even though sometimes you just want to eat a whole bunch of it though, but my little tummy would not enjoy that. But I can probably say this for any lactose intolerant person, I think. Sometimes you just do it anyways, despite knowing the consequences. And it's always worth it, till you actually regret it and have to run to a certain place that I don't want to mention. Summer also means you can wear a cute bikini or skimpy clothes, or just enjoy looking at other people in it. Aside from that, there's also, I'm kinda already running out of good things to say about summer. I guess it feels nice to eat yummy watermelons during summer, since those feel even yummier when you're suffering, and they help you out to stay refreshed, but that's a bit too close to the ice cream. It's like cold food. That's what I could have said. But let's move on. I guess there's some other things like taking a nice walk on a fairly hot summer day with a breeze, walking through the park or streets while the breeze just makes it such a comfy experience. Unless the humidity is too high, then taking a walk becomes one of the worst experiences you can have. Especially bad if you live somewhere with mosquitoes. Somehow where I live there's like 0 of them anymore. Only good thing that climate change has done, I guess. Which is another topic. Climate change has really fucked the summer, especially here in Germany. There was a historical summer in 2003 that was the hottest summer up to date, and then it kinda went back to being fairly normal. Germans always made fun of our own summer, since it didn't truly felt like summer. Most people always wanted to go to Spain, Mallorca, all those places since they were hot and they can get drunk there on vacation and blah blah blah. Our summers also never had these droughts that we have now. We got lots of rain even during the summer season, which was pretty neat, except for people who wanted to have like real summers. Now our rivers are having droughts, and when it's summer there's barely any rain. Not so neat. It just stays too hot for too long. I don't mind having 2 weeks of suffering, it somehow can feel nice, since I'm a masochist, but having this kind of weather for 2 months straight is a bit too much. Even though that's like only 1/5 of the year. I want my old rainy, not so hot summers back. I kinda wanted to cry like a baby here in the video, but that would be a little bit too embarrassing, even though I kinda woofed like a dog before. But anyways, back when we even had lots of snow during winter and could water around in it and build snowmen, those were the times. I need to go back in time, to the good times of Germany. Not too far back, but into the 90s maybe. Too bad, no wait, whoa, I came... Oh, whoa, never mind, ignore this. Too bad I'm just a single person who can't do anything against climate change, regardless of how I live my life, and I hate this kind of thinking that it's the fault of the average person and not the fault of tons of big company who don't give the slightest sack about society or the world or the earth. I already don't drive because I don't have a license, because I'm too afraid to drive a car. I already don't like eating meat that much anyways, and only have it sometimes, mostly just chicken. I recycle my stuff, etc. Like, I'm a good citizen in that kind of way, even though I don't want to be. I want to be evil. I want to do evil crime. Like, I want to not recycle. I want to go out and use a car that is not allowed to. No, actually, the thing is, never mind. I don't want to be evil. But yeah, I guess, other people should now stop eating meat, and then maybe it will change something, even though it won't. And I should not use my PC for 24 hours a day anymore. Like, I should only use my PC for 2 hours a day now, and that will save the world. Woohoo! Not wasting too much electricity anymore. I hate politicians so much. They're just as bad as big businessmen. Never trust a person that wears a suit. Never ever trust them. But it doesn't mean that there's not some good politicians, but 99% of them suck. And the thing is, yeah, it gets a little bit too political. So I'm just sitting here and talking about the stuff while I'm enjoying the company of my fan, even though I turned it off because I'm always afraid you will be able to hear the sound of it, even though I tested it like 20 times already, that it's not possible to hear my fan when it's on. But, I'm paranoid sometimes. And drinking some ice cold water. Nothing feels as good as ice cold water. Feeling it flowing down your throat. So just chugging and gagging on it. Emptying the whole bottle in one big go till it can't go on anymore because it's empty. Feeling the water drops on the bottle. It just makes you feel alive and happy. Same with cold showers that you slowly turn even colder and just stand there and soak in it. And I know scientists say it's actually better to take a hot shower for the body when you're sweating and hot, since blah blah blah, all this fancy smancy technology behind human body, how it stays hot, how if it stays hot, it cools down better if you take a hot shower, and it might be better, but the feeling of cooling down is just too good to resist. Sometimes life is about doing what feels best, not what it actually is best for you. Unless it's really bad, like crack. Don't do crack or other drugs like that, even if they may feel good for you at first. You know, I think the first time you do crack, it probably doesn't feel bad. You feel good, but then you become addicted and then you become bad. With that said, I hope you can safely survive your own summer and try your best. Sorry, I just took a bunch of water from my drink or from my bottle, and it made me burp, and I try to resist the burps. That's why I like stuttering. I stutter a lot anyways, but that, you know, I hope you enjoy your own summer and survive it, and you try your best to enjoy it, because I will not. I just want to laze around and not make videos or streams for a while, but that would be too boring. Maybe you can like the video, even subscribe to give me some little motivation though. You know, some extra motivation to make me do these things. No sweat though, you know. No sweat, get it? Sniff sniff. Actually, I can also like the smell of sweat. You know, mine smells like coffee for some reason, and I don't really like drinking coffee, but I kinda deny it smells pretty good. But that's a little bit too much information. Till next time, and have yourself a good one.